Well, hello, BBs, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be watching as Destiny's apparently back, and she's talking, so we're here to listen. Today's video is brought to us by the great Apathetic faxX, so a big thank you to them, and a big thank you to all my BBs in the boneyard. If you are enjoying the content, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you join us, and of course, a big thank you to our Skeleton Society, the members on the channel. So, all the information is down below, and of course, leave me a hype, leave me a like, talk to me in the comments. It all helps out a lot. Thank you, BBs. All right, let's see what we're in for. Shall we?
So a lot of people have been saying that, since I can't get a job, that I should try just posting more or retro reacting to my ex's videos. I have no really intentions of doing that. I'm not interested in speaking about her anymore. That was almost 10 years ago.
I know what she's making. She's making freaking burger sauce because I've made this. It's a freaking, it's like a bunless burger, but you just make a salad essentially with burger toppings, and it's actually really good. Anyway, let's be so for real though, Destiny. People are watching because you're Amber's ex, so we can't just completely ignore that. At least I don't think I could.
Oh, that she was even part of my life. Like, we haven't seen each other in person since, I'm not sure, like 2020, like the end of 2020, even if that. And we haven't been together since 2017. So, let's just move on from that.
Meanwhile,
I would never get back with Amberlynn. That's hilarious that you would even ask that, but I'm sure she hopes so. I do plan on doing retro reacts. I have to figure out, I need to do more research on it, how to do the where it records, where you're reacting to the video or whatever.
You should send Amberlynn cake pops. She'd get so offended. What do you mean? What did you mean when you said Amber?
Yeah, so I mean, like the girls like to say, they can change their minds. But from what the title of the video says, I think she's going to be talking about Amber.
Amber's butt was stinky. But clearly what it says. Are you wearing the wrong shoes? Neither of us are wearing shoes. She'd get offended, but then eat. Thank you for spicing up the Amberverse, girl. You're welcome.
There's just so much that goes into posting on YouTube, and sometimes it gets messy, and I don't know if it's really worth the time. And I mean, the money, yes, the money is there, the money would be good, but at what cost?
According to Destiny, she's been really struggling to find a job for quite a while now, and despite admitting that the money from reacting to Amber would probably be pretty good, apparently even unemployment cannot drag Destiny back into the Amberverse.
I mean, shit. Can't say I blame her. It gets exhausting just doing what we're doing, let alone actually knowing this bitch personally. I'm talking about Amber. And having the possibility of her hounding you and just all the harassment that comes with her and babies and universe knows what else. So I don't know.
Since posting in May, we've, like I said, been very busy still. Otherwise, I'd be definitely vlogging and uploading more. In June, I helped my elderly cousin, who's my grandma's age. I helped her and her husband moved from a house to another house, helping family, and then also just bringing in some more income for us. I'm willing to do whatever. I'm willing to learn any kind of skill. I'm a really fast learner. And I just enjoy, doing things versus, not doing anything, obviously. We had my birthday in July. I turned 31. That's sick.
Oh my god, Destiny's 21st birthday. And Amber was just there being annoying the entire time. She does this thing in this video where it was like she was constantly baiting Destiny for compliments. Or fishing for compliments is probably a better way to say that. And Destiny would be like, yeah, I had a great day. And Amber would just be like, why? And ew, stop. Anyway.
The cake was good.
Guess who the culprit was?
It's even though Amber isn't having her picture taken and stuff, she can't stand the fact that she's not the center of attention. So she has to keep making comments from the sidelines and laughing and really loud, or just, which is fine to do that because you're there to hang out with these people. But at the same time, she just comes off so obnoxious to me.
You naughty thing, you.
Slowly put it in your mouth.
Ew.
What's it called? Great.
Got something on your nose over there.
There's something wrong with my head.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, like I said, just keeping
10
busy.
years
We do
ago.
thrift a lot, like so much, and we see my sister all the time. Like my sister loves to go thrifting, and she really likes to go to the Goodwill bins. And I don't know if you've ever been to one, but you literally just go through the bins yourself to try to find, anything. We just stay pretty busy. My girlfriend, when she gets off work, if it's still daytime, when she gets off work, we're going to do something. There is no doubt in my mind we are going somewhere to do something. She is a busybody, and I thought for so long that she was more of a homebody, but now that we're in our own place, just able to do our own thing, that's what we do, and we just spend time
Well, her kitchen looks cute, from what I can see.
together, and we're just living our best little life. We're not struggling by any means or anything. It's just I would like to work and bring more into the house, just because I feel like that's a normal thing. But here's the hoping I get a job in the next month or so. We do have a lot of trips planned for this month. See you in the next one. Anyway, in this vlog, I thought I would talk about why me and my ex separated. Not the ex that everyone wants me to talk about, but the one previous.
Oh, man. But I think she's going to talk about Dana.
To my current girlfriend.
The ex she's referring to is her soon-to-be ex-wife, Lexus.
Oh, okay, never mind. I forgot about this whole character, even though they just showed her. And I don't really know the lore between her and this girl. Obviously, they actually got married, but...
Hi.
Destiny got engaged to her in March of 2023. They were married exactly a year later in March of
Okay, I like this. I like this vibe of their wedding. The fact that they're both in black, like the darker colors of the flowers, like, not bad. What's to say? The couple's thriving in girl world right now. Yeah.
2024, and then separated in July of 2025. Not long after that, Destiny announced they were getting divorced.
Yes, I'm getting divorced. We've been separated since July. We are still living together, though. I'd say we did look happy.
No, she didn't know who Amberlynn was before she met me. I didn't know anything about YouTube or her YouTube. Ooh, they said you're an
My lord. Can you imagine dating somebody and getting involved with somebody, like, on a marriage level with someone that was directly involved with Girl World? That'd be so freaking wild. Be like, I don't know if I can handle this baggage.
upgrade girl. Thank you.
It's just like the last kind of like year. I know that's kind of crazy to say because we just had our wedding reception like a year ago, but it's been kind of like a rough like up and down.
And according to Destiny, by October, she was already in another relationship, this time with her current girlfriend, who she's keeping anonymous, for now.
I am also technically not single. I mean, not single just in general, because I'm still technically married. We're working on the divorce papers. There's just some things that we are trying to do before we sign the divorce papers, like health insurance wise, stuff like that. I am dating somebody, so and she's not. So she's coping in her own way. I'm coping in mine, but I am dating somebody. I have not posted any pictures of them. I'm probably not going to do that because she does not want to be a part of any of this. Lexus was in some videos with me, but she wasn't very active in GORLWORLD. I am dating somebody, like I said. I have been since the
People will make comments the fact that she's like dating already and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's a little messy to be dating when you're still living with your ex. But at the same time, if I feel like it's just such commonplace nowadays for people to jump from relationship to relationship. I know a lot of people that do it. I've seen it happen a lot, so it's whatever. It's not my life, so do what you want, boo, I guess.
10th of October. So it's been a little over a month. Well, almost 2 months, I guess, now. We met in September, talked for a while, and then started dating. Stuff has been ongoing since this time last year, which really sucks because we had our wedding reception last year around this time, and also in October, and I just wasn't feeling the effort being reciprocated back like after the reception, basically, which is a really bad timing.
So, now that we have all of that context and everybody knows exactly which ex Destiny is talking about, let's jump back into her video because she actually has a little more to say about the divorce.
We are not divorced yet. We are working in the process of that. It is really expensive to get divorced in Florida. It'll be a little over $400 total. That's not a piece, so it doesn't sound like too much, but when you're not working, it is to come up with that extra $200. But basically all we'll have to do is go get a divorce decree notarized together, file it with them, and then wait a month and we'll do a Zoom call with the judge and boom. Our divorce should be very simple. We have nothing in each other's name. Like, we don't share anything. Everything was separate. We kept everything separate just anyway. We never did anything together. There's no cars, no houses, obviously no children. So it should be fairly easy. It's just doing the damn thing. I don't think I ever went too far in depth as to why we separated and when we separated. So we separated, it's actually been over a year now. We separated the day after my birthday last.
I'm not saying much because I'm just sort of taking in what she's saying. Yeah, I mean, divorces aren't that complicated when everything's amicable, you agree on everything, and there's nothing really shared between the two, so at least she has that going for her. It's not some complicated, long, drawn-out hell of a mess, you know?
There was many reasons why things led up to the way that they did, but the main one being that I was pretty much the sole person taking care of everything in the house, including her most of the time.
It was another Amberlynn situation. Oh, shit. Yeah, she didn't want to get stuck like Beck did.
And I mean, I know, you should be taking care of your spouse, but at one point they have to become responsible for themselves as well. Like, it was so many things, and I was doing everything I could to help her, and there's only so much you can do, and you can't make someone help themselves. Like, we separated in July, yes, but we have been talking about this since March, and we moved into our new house in March, and I thought moving into this house would have helped. It didn't. I thought getting out of our small apartment and getting this bigger house, that way we can move on to bigger and better things, would just really help. And it almost seemed like it got worse. We didn't last even a year in that house together, so it's just so crazy. Like, I did not expect that. I never wanted to get a divorce. That was not anything I ever really wanted to do. She has moved on.
People have dividing opinions about Destiny. I don't necessarily think she's a bad person. I think she was just very young when she was with Amberlynn, and we saw sort of like her first very serious relationship, even though she was, I think, wasn't she engaged before she met Amber? But, we all do stupid shit in our early 20s. We all get in dumb relationships, and hers just happened to be broadcasted on the internet to be scrutinized for all of eternity. So, I don't know. I just think that being with someone like Amber will change you as a person. If anybody's ever been with a narcissist, you know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. I guess for me, I try to give Destiny a little bit more grace, I guess, than what I would normally for some other people. But I don't think she's a bad person.
I have moved on. It's just a matter of getting to do the thing. And then she also, right after everything, she had a lot of health issues. She struggled with her health issues for a long time. So there was no infidelity, anything like that. Like, it's crazy that most people just assume that because I move on quickly, I guess. I mean, I don't think I moved on that quickly. We separated in July, and me and my current girlfriend didn't even meet or speak until September. So that seems like a pretty good bit of time between people. Me and Lexus thought we were going to have to move out of the house that we were in because the lease was up in March, but she ended up keeping the house. Good for her. Yeah, that's why we separated. That's the update on the divorce. So there was some confusion with what ex I was talking about, or exes I've been talking about in these videos. And Amberlynn is the one that everyone wants me to talk about, but I will not be talking about her. Lexus is the one that I was married to.
Come on. Though, I mean, what else is there to say? I feel like Destiny has sort of given us the scoop about her and Amber, and I don't know. I think Amber has both Destiny and Beck sort of like scared to really give us the nitty gritty of like what we want. But at the same time, like with Beck at least, I feel like they have always shown a certain amount of respect for Amber, like protecting her dignity. And that's sort of why I've always sort of like had a softer spot for Beck above anybody, because I feel like they genuinely went through it and did their frickin' best and really was taken advantage of. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we'll ever really get the true tea from these girls. Amber's got them scared.
One that everyone wants me to talk about, but I will not be talking about her. Lexus is the one that I was married to. I was never married to Dana. Me and Dana were together for a long time, and she was the one before Lexus and the one after Amberlynn. I don't think I ever really explained what happened between me and Dana, like at the end. It was really traumatic for me. She had cheated on me on...
I was gonna say, I thought Dana was cheating, from what I knew, and basically was cheating on her with a man, but...
In between me and Dana, like at the end, it was really traumatic for me. She had cheated on me on and off a few times in the last year of our relationship, so... You know, like it was the end of 2020 and then all through 2021. We broke up in January of 2022. So it just kept happening. I mean, we both lost our mothers in 2020 and we only lost them 3 months apart. So,
And you know what? Grief does funny things to people. It breaks up relationships. It makes people have all sorts of midlife crises and just, I don't know. So yeah, for the both of them to have lost their mothers within 3 months is just so sad.
I mean, people grieve in different ways. I believe that that's just something she was going through. Like grief really just took a hold of her, and then we took care of her sister's kids a lot. That responsibility was put on us a lot. It was completely our choice, but we were just keeping them out of a worse situation. We got up one day and I thought we were going to, you know, to just run around and do what we wanted to do. And she was getting ready, and then she came in the living room where I was sitting. I was playing, like, I think Mortal Kombat or something. And she texted me, and I didn't realize that she had texted me. But she was like, hey, can you check your phone? And it was just this long, drawn-out text saying, like, I think things should end between us. Things are just going to have to be over between us. Like, this long text. And I'm just, like, sitting there in awe,
like a Dear John text while you're in the room. That's wild. But at the same time, I understand how with emotional topics and certain discussions, sometimes it is easier to write things out so that you're not like getting flustered and not saying what you want to say, but I don't know, it's pretty
you're
shitty.
60 away from me and you had to text me all of this stuff. And then essentially she made me pack a bag for the weekend, and I went and stayed at my best friend JC's house. And then this guy that she had previously cheated on me with, he came from where he lived, and the only reason I knew that was because he has children, and the mother of those children reached out to me saying, like, hey, I think he's there. And I mean, man, my emotions probably got the better of me, but I flew back to where I lived and he was there. I did not go in the house, so, you know, nothing happened in that kind of a way. Then she just had started bringing my stuff out to me. She had my nephew who had lived with us for so long. He was also doing so, and that made me like super emotional because why are you getting a child involved? She left the state and I never saw her again. I still to this day, I've never seen her since then.
Well, as for Dana, she seems to have moved pretty far on from this chapter of her life. She married her boyfriend in May of 2025, and the two welcomed their first baby together this past May.
Okay. All right.
So, needless to say, both Destiny and Dana's lives look very different these days than they did during the era we all remember them from.
I moved back to Florida a couple weeks later after staying with JC for a couple weeks, and then I've been here ever since. You spend 5 years of your life with somebody and you've built what you've built, and then all of a sudden it's literally ripped away from you and you have no contact with this person. You have to pack all of your, like, separate your things alone because, I mean, she blocked me on everything and I did not hear from her. I had to go back to her. We lived with her dad at the time, and I had to go back to her dad's house and pack all my things. And he cried. I cried. It was so much. You know, I had to pack our storage unit by myself, and her sister ended up showing up when I was doing that to get.
That honestly sounds so shitty. Like, I don't know anything about it. I don't know Dana. I don't know Destiny. I don't know their relationship, their dynamic, anything. But to be with somebody that long and to just be like kind of ghosting them.
You know, other stuff. And I know I never really explained all that to you guys, and now you know. So I'll see you in the next one. What is stopping you from retro reacting if you're in need for a job / money is on the table? I'm just not interested in talking about my ex anymore. I'm not trying to go back and look at anything. I'm really just not.
I mean, honestly, I would be very intrigued to see her react to like the Destiny era and kind of give us insight on maybe like, here's what was happening. This is what happened before the camera started rolling. You know, here's how I was feeling in this moment.
I'm interested. Why wouldn't you spill the tea, Destiny? I don't get it. I don't have any more tea to spill. I gave you guys all that I could give you. I have nothing left to say. If I had any other tea to spill, it would have already been done. Some people are like, well, if you go back and retro react, you know, it might jog your memory. No, I went through every video that I was in when I did those videos before. Nothing new. Destiny, do you know how Beck is doing? Haven't heard from them since going through surgeries. I was concerned. I haven't really spoke to them that much. I did have to reach out to Beck. It was probably like a month ago. I was trying to remember the address of the apartment that me and Amberlynn actually had together because I was doing a background check for a job, and I had to go back 10 years, and that was the only address I couldn't remember. And we both actually did the same thing and just kind of went on Google Maps and went the way that we used to drive to get there to figure it out. So I thought that was funny.
And since Destiny brought up Beck, I do want to quickly mention this because we actually got a pretty sad update from Beck just a few days ago. Beck made a community post on their channel saying that they're alone, have no friends, and have cut everyone off. Beck also apologized for disappearing from YouTube and said they're basically going dark for an unknown amount of time. And this is honestly just really sad to see. Beck has obviously been through a lot over the years, and regardless of whatever opinions anybody has about their content or anything else, I genuinely hope they're okay. So, since Destiny brought Beck up, I did want to include their most recent update and let you girls know where things currently stand. Hopefully the next time we hear from Beck, they're doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I share this sentiment. I feel terrible that Beck is not doing well. The issues in their relationship they had after Amber, the health problems. I mean, there's someone I think that has always struggled with these type of problems as far as mental health and just self-worth, and just it makes me feel terrible that that they are struggling this badly. So yeah, if you guys got a second, go over there, give them some support. I think, like I said, I think Beck deserves a lot of respect and a lot of grace because, I mean, they were basically destroyed as a person, and we watched it happen for 4 years. Like, we saw Amberlynn systematically dismantle this person's like spirit. So, yeah, like I said, much love to them and all the best vibes, and hoping that they start feeling better about themselves, their life, and their health and everything.
Better. Anyway, let's get back to Destiny.
Jumping into a relationship before you're even divorced is absolutely bonkers. Do you even know yourself and what you want in a relationship? It just seems like you're afraid to be single. I'm not afraid to be single. I actually wasn't looking for anybody when I met my current girlfriend. It kind of happened, and I guess that's the best kind to happen. I had been working on myself for a long time while I was with Lexus. I was just trying to get myself straight for a long time. Like most of our relationship, I was trying to be the best person I could be and just do the best that I could do. I actually went back to the psychiatrist. I got remedicated. I did a lot of things to better myself while I was with Lexus. And while I was bettering myself, she was not. What ex do you want people to talk about? Who was that? I'm assuming they were wanting me to talk about Amberlynn, and then I don't know who you're saying who was that to, but the only ex I've talked about in videos so far is Lexus or Dana at this point. Have you ever been single for an extended period of time, or do you prefer to jump from relationship to relationship? Just curious. I want to be a better person and say that I don't like to jump from relationship to relationship, because I feel like I don't. It's just sometimes they happen. I mean, I was single for a while. I say a while. It was probably like 3 months, I think, before I got with Lexus. I mean, not really. Like, I know that sounds bad, but when I found Lexus, I was looking for like dating wise experience, but I didn't expect it to become a serious relationship. I really didn't want a serious relationship. And then by the time her and I's relationship was over, I did really want just a serious relationship. I wanted someone with the same goals as me, all of that. And I feel like just if me and her had stuck together, it was just holding me back. I was ready to move on with the next steps in our relationship, and she just was not going to be there anytime soon. I didn't think I was going to be in another serious relationship. I kind of was like this is what I want in a person, but I'm not going to actively seek out a person. And then I did get on some dating sites, and I actually deleted all of them. And then I stumbled upon my girlfriend. Do y'all ever worry about your health long term? I mean, yes, of course we do. My girlfriend is actually diabetic, so we do the best we can with that. So, I mean, I'm not sure what you mean. We're not unhealthy. I mean, there might be a few things, but I mean, the only thing that we don't do is, I guess, eat a lot of vegetables, but she's very picky about her vegetables, and so am I. I honestly couldn't tell you where all lesbians find girlfriends so fast all the time, but I mean, it's not too hard. Anyways, I wanted to...
It's not too hard. Yeah, I don't know why that person asked about their health, other than if they're just commenting about Destiny's weight, or maybe that was a reflection of like what's going on with Beck. I don't know.
Clear up some comments that I've been seeing about dynamics I've had in the past relationships I've been in. So me not having a job right now is definitely out of my control. I have been trying to get a job since December around where I live now. I don't know what else to do. I go to interviews. I do everything I can really to get a job, and it's just It's actually becoming a more common thing, I guess. We're in some kind of recession. I don't know. I'm not very political or anything, and I didn't realize everyone was having this problem.
In the initial video, I made a comment of like, welcome to the real world, you just go get another job. And I now realize that that is literally just not possible. I knew that the economy and the job market weren't great, but I'm ashamed to admit my level of ignorance when it came to how bad it actually was. I have just been reading to better understand what it is actually like living in the real world.
This is by far the longest I've ever been without a job. I have never not worked. And I did see a few confused comments. I know one said that maybe Dana left me because she was tired of me mooching off of her. I have never mooched off of anybody that I've been in a relationship with, so I don't know where that's coming from. I have never been without a job like this, like for this long of a period of time. Not ever. There was one part in me and Dana's relationship where we both got laid off from the daycare that we worked at, that we eventually went back to, actually. But we got laid off for a brief moment, and Dana got a job literally the next day, and I did within the next week. I never had any issues while I was with Amberlynn, even. Like, I always worked. Y'all saw that. I always worked. She decided she didn't want to anymore at one point, but I always worked. The whole time I was with Lexus, I started the job I had before. I literally started the day after me and her went on our first date, and I never wasn't working there our whole relationship. I'm just very confused why people think that I just mooch off of people and that I just stay home and I just don't like to work. I take odd jobs all I can right now because that is my only way of getting income. I know you guys think that I'm posting these videos for more income, and really it's for fun. I don't mind getting some income if I get it, but I want you to know right now, I'm not really making any money doing this. I'm just doing this because I want to do it.
Hey girl, I just thought I'd
Yeah, I don't know. Could she find a job at like a gas station? Probably, but maybe there's something specific that she's trying to get to where she, she's got nursing experience or whatever. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of speaks to her character, I think, if she's willing to basically not do content, even though she knows it would help her financially. So, I don't know.
come on here and just share some things from my childhood that you probably don't know. So I was born in 1995. I know that sounds old. I am 31. My mom was actually 3 months pregnant with me when she met my dad. I did not know that until I was 21. That was a big bomb for me. I know that's something that's already been slipped out. I know that Amberlynn said that, tried to use that against me when I was, releasing all that stuff I said about her, and she tried to use that against me.
So Destiny says she knows Amber has already let the information about her dad slip before, and we did some digging, and she's right that this has definitely been discussed in GORLWORLD before. My Gorl Despectful Moments found this post from March of 2024, pointing back to an old Amber and Destiny era vlog called Overwhelmed with Moving.
What the hell does this say? I think Timothy has a different dad as well. I believe blank is the only one who has the biological child to skinny tall dad. Timothy lives in a state over from his mother and would split time with his father, not skinny dad, and blank. When Amber and Dusty moved to Kentucky, she was sitting at home and Timothy's father had called looking for him, and Amber did say that was Destiny's brother's dad. It's from the beginning of the video, overwhelmed with moving.
Apparently, Amber referred to someone on the phone as Destiny's brother's dad, which people obviously picked up on and started discussing.
Phone is ringing. Should I answer? Hello? Oh no, he's not here right now. Okay, I'll let him know you called.
God forbid she sits up, might have to get off the couch.
That was Destiny's brother's dad, I'm pretty sure. Anyways.
So, the fact that there may be different biological fathers involved was already floating around GORLWORLD. However, according to Destiny, back when she was making all of those videos telling her side of the story about Amber, Amber tried to use information about Destiny's biological father against her to get her to stop talking. Amber has not exactly been subtle about the fact that she has information on Destiny and her family either.
Your live streams, like one you did a couple weeks ago, you said how Timothy is like your guiding you or whatever.
He's like a wannabe manager. He doesn't actually do anything.
Like, how shitty is that? Like, do you want, like, I know T on him. Like, I know T on your whole fucking family times 12, but I'm not that person.
You have T on my brother?
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Oh my god.
And then there's also this old clip of Amber.
Yeah. I've talked briefly about my opinions on addiction and how I think it's pretty much one of the worst things facing humanity, and it's soul-crushing and heartbreaking. And for Amber, who supposedly cares so much about her parents and the traumas and all that she went through, for her to just throw that shit out, shit around is honestly just gross, disrespectful. Like, she's just, I don't know. I think she's just the worst type of person on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about her own behavior.
You're a very manipulative person.
I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways.
And I'm just gonna leave those 2 clips right there for you girls to do with what you will.
Me and my dad have moved past that. If it was up to him, I would have never known. If it was up to me, maybe I would have never wanted to know. I do have a brother and I do have a sister. My sister's dad is, of course, the dad that we grew up with, and then my brother has a different dad. My sister and I are about 2 years apart, and my brother and I are about 4.5 years apart. Me and my sister would go back and forth to my dad's a lot, and then my brother came along, and my mom and his dad were together for a while. And then I did 2nd grade twice. Fun fact, I got held back in 2nd grade. That was the year I got diagnosed with ADHD.
I love reading, but my ADHD doesn't let me anymore. I think I have, never mind, I'm not gonna talk about it, but okay, something
BPD,
lighthearted.
ADHD, obesity.
And got put on medication. I was failing, which was crazy because they said I had the smarts for it. It's just...
Destiny, please stop like cutting towards your own leg with an X-Acto knife. Thank you.
I was so distracted that I didn't allow myself to, put in the effort. So it happened. I got held back. It's all good. Nothing too bad happened, obviously. Like, I'm fat as hell, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. You can see me. I'm fat as hell. Like, not as fat as I could be, I guess, but...
Thought she was gonna say not as fat as Amberlynn. Well, who is? I mean, there's only so many people on the planet, and I think it's not very many that are bigger than her.
I'm not small, but my sophomore year, I was in a 0, girl. A00 at one point. And I was like that for a couple years. I started birth control and it put me on weight like crazy. I'm not currently on a weight loss journey. I'm not currently up for sharing anything about weight. It's the least of my worries right now. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to hear anything else about it. I mean, you guys are going to ask anyway. It doesn't matter what I say, but I guess I could kind of tell you my coming out story. It's not really much of a story. I know I was only like 12 when I told my parents. The CD for Katy Perry had came out, like her debut with I Kissed a Girl. I asked for that for my birthday. Went to Walmart, we got it. I got in the car and she was like, let's listen to it. And when I Kissed a Girl came on, I said, Mom, that's how I feel. And she's like, oh, you mean like for fun or like all the time? I was like, oh, like all the time. And she was like, I knew it. My dad was like, yeah, I knew it. Completely supported me. The only time my dad ever had any kind of an issue, which it's not even an issue now, he didn't like when I started to want to dress more masculine, but I wore a dress to homecoming. That was the last time, I believe, I wore a dress to a school function. My freshman year is the only year I wore it.
It's always lovely to hear when people have supportive parents. And it also just makes me wonder what Destiny's mom really thought about Amber. Like, we obviously know, like, she didn't like her, didn't want her daughter with her, if I had to guess. But would love to know what Destiny mom, what she would have to say. Bless her heart.
Dress to school functions. After that, I wanted to wear like a bow tie or a regular tie, and I wanted to cut my hair kind of like a Bieber cut. Or my dad was he didn't like that. He did not like the idea of me cutting my hair. He didn't like the idea of me wearing like more masculine clothes. And another supporter I had was my grandma. My grandma was my number one fan. She was the mom that was there for me when my mom couldn't be. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time, and there will be more to...
All right, well, we got a little more of an inside look, I guess, at Destiny's history, what's been going on with her more recently, and she ain't talking about Amber. Come on. I don't know. I wonder if she maybe warms up to the idea the more she starts making content, if she won't maybe start making some Amber videos. All right, well, I want to thank you all so much for spending a part of your day with me. Again, thank you to Apathetic faxX for the use of their video. Thank you to all my BBs in the boneyard. If you're enjoying the video, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. And thanks to the Skeleton Society, our members. I hope you're all having a good day, a good night, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Guess what? We have merch now, BBs. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Just basically made stuff that I myself want to wear. So if you like it, let's all sport our Ragebone pride together.